Once again, for our audience, you're listening to the Al Rock and Kris Show. We're joined by 2012 presidential candidate Buddy Roemer, also former governor of Louisiana, congressman as well. Now, Buddy, you mentioned, and honestly, I'm a big fan of everything that you've said so far. Honestly, I really feel that if you got in these debates, I think it would mix things up. Another guy that I feel kind of gets shut out during the Republican debates is Ron Paul.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't even get asked questions in some debates.
He makes it to the debate. He gets to stand there, but they don't ask him anything, and when he talks, people don't listen.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, I'm a big fan of Ron Paul.
He's a decent guy, and his issues are important. He talks about the central bank, the Fed, ought to concentrate on one thing, and that's a steady money supply to keep down inflation. And our Fed flip-flops like an old bass. It's back and forth. Sometimes it's full employment. Other times it's inflation. The Fed has never had an audit. And Ron Paul talks about it. I like what he says. I just don't think he's a gifted speaker, and I don't think he connects the dots to my job and my future. He's got about 8% of the vote in the country, about twice what I have. He's been running for president for 20 years now, so he put a lot of work, and I respect him a great deal. He's the guy I know the best. I served in Congress with him 30 years ago before I left Congress and became governor of Louisiana.
Well, my question is, could you ever see yourself on a ticket with Ron Paul?
It's possible. I mean, he and I, as you and I do, as every American does, we disagree on a few issues. But on the fundamental issues, we get it right. I think Ron Paul believes in smaller government. I think Ron Paul believes in a government that puts America first. I think Ron Paul believes a full accounting of the Federal Reserve System. I believe in Ron Paul believes that every individual ought to be treated with respect and honor. I like all of those things. I think he goes too far in some of his foreign policy isolationism.
Agreed. That kind of turns me off to him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we need to be stronger than that. That's a protection for America if we remain strong. But I think the federal budget in military spending could be scrubbed. I think we can save some money there and remain strong militarily. But if you're asking me, would I trust Ron Paul and do I like him and could we be a team? It's possible. If I pick a vice president today with you, I would pick somebody who's not on the stage right now, somebody who's been a governor, somebody who has conservative economic principles, but who thinks government's too big, somebody that would fight corruption like I have all my life.
Can I toss a name out there that Bill Maher threw to you?
There's a couple out there. Bernie Sanders.
That was the name. That was the name that I was going to bring up, is Bernie Sanders. Bill Maher threw that out to you 2 weeks ago on Real Time. And honestly, if that ticket was out there, you got my vote.
Yeah, it would be a good ticket. Bernie's trouble is that I find that Bernie doesn't see the big picture, but he gets the little picture very good. For example, conflicts of interest in the Federal Reserve. Bernie was correct on showing how much money Goldman Sachs got from the taxpayers. Bernie was very correct on. He's very good in some of those things.